Hello everyone, and a warm welcome to Mystery Monday, or as I would like to call it, Limbo Week. I don't know about any of you, but these days I congratulate anyone that can even remember that it's Monday today. Honestly, it's just, this week is just always a little bit of a blur, knowing what day it is. And my name is Lucia Visentin. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Melbourne, Australia, and thank you very much for joining my Facebook Live, and thanks if you're catching the replay as well. As you hop on, do say hi. We'd love to know who's about and have a little chat as well. So I hope everyone had a beautiful Christmas. We had a nice quiet one here this year. We had another couple and their little 2-year-old with us as well, so that was really nice. So having a little person with us made it a bit special as well. And then we've just been doing chores and things around the house and just lots of nice little holiday things that you usually do. Tonight there's a few things. So we've got new catalogue coming up, so that starts in just over a week. So it starts on the 7th, I'm going to say, which is next Tuesday. And another just little fun fact is tonight is the 4th anniversary of me doing lives. So I've been doing lives for 4 years now. Who knew? Oh, that's a long time. I didn't even think I'd last one night, I don't think, after that first day. Hello Elizabeth, how are you? I hope you're well. And I hope you've had a lovely, lovely Christmas. Thank you, Jenny. Same to you. Now, the other thing is I do have a paper share happening. I've already got one filled, so they will be able to go off when we get back from Tassie. So the 14th, I'll be able to post them off. Good evening, Joan. And then the next one that I get through, I will have to order obviously on the 7th, and they will get posted, I think I said on the 21st, it might have been. So if anyone else would like to join our paper share, there is more information on the on my demo Facebook page that you're watching now. There were two options. There was $72 where you get everything, or just things in the mini catalogue were $55, and they're 12 inches by 6 inches. So it's a quarter share that's happening as well. So, hello Jackie, how are you? Hope you're well. I've been seeing the cards you've been making. They are amazing. You do some beautiful cards. They're just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Another thing is I am going to do a class in January. It will be, because I usually do take January off, it will be a quick and easy class. So we will be using the Perpetual Beauty Calendar kit. So anyone that purchases the kit from me gets to do the class for free. And we'll pop that kit together on Friday the 17th of January. But like I said, I won't charge for it. If you're just purchasing the kit from me, that's plenty, and then we can get together and assemble it. And that's probably it for now. That's probably enough talking. 3 sets of lamb. Oh my gosh, they've all been lambing. Oh, beautiful. How cute is that? Are you on a farm, obviously? Oh, that would have been wonderful, Elizabeth. So tonight I'm going to use a set from the mini catalogue and a set from the online exclusives as well. So you'll get to see a little bit of a sneak peek of both of those. I have used the stamp set, well, one of the stamp sets before, but I will use it a little bit differently because I'll use it in conjunction with the others. Let me turn you around so then I'll stop fluffing around and we can I can show you what we're doing. Okay. I've probably gone exactly where I was before. How are we there? Alrighty. So I am using, I'll just go up a little bit further, I think, so you can't see my lap. I'm going to use either three sets of twins. I wouldn't even really know whether twins are an anomaly or not on a farm, sorry. But that's pretty amazing anyway, definitely. Hello Anita, and hello Anne as well. So anyway, 2 card bases that we can choose from. So I've either got Pool Party or White. I have got my piece that I'm going to work on, my pieces. I always have, I don't know whether anyone else does, I always have a whole heap of mounts already cut out, and I cut my mounts out 0.5 centimetres smaller than my card base, my first mount at least. So that's that one there. So my card base is 14.85 by 21, and I score it at the 10.5. And then my first mount that I do is 14.35 by 10. And that gives me the 2.5 all the way around. Hello, Helen, how are you? So that's just a little tip, just to, like I said, I always have just a few sheets cut up. I know some people have even more than that cut up usually as well, just to keep them going. So things I will be using tonight. One of them is one of the online exclusives, excuse me, and it's called Elements of Text. And I just really love this for background texture. So there's script on both of these, also on this one here, and then we have some splotches as well. A good splotch is always good. But I am going to be using this one here. Also just be aware that the images are at 90%, so when you actually get your stamp, it is a little bit bigger than the image on the cover. I love it. Isn't it gorgeous, Jackie? I can see lots of things being done with this. So what I am going to do with it tonight is do a little bit of emboss resist with it, just so that we get a nice subtle effect. Oh, I hope it does return. Our internet's been a bit funny here today too, so I don't know whether it's probably just the area or it's not been good. So hopefully we last the night as well. So what I will do is I will pop those out of the way. I will grab my white. I will grab my Versamark. And I will also grab, seeing that I've had my little mitts all over this, it's sitting in your cart. Yeah, it won't take long till it's all been purchased. It'll be on the 7th, I'm sure. You know, it's obviously been a popular one, Jenny. It's just, I just think so many different people, I don't think it matters what style of card you make. This kind of a stamp set anyone can use. So I'm just going to ink that up with Versamark. Because it's quite a large stamp, I am going to take my ink to the stamp. And I have got a block size E. That's the largest one I have, because I usually use the Stamparatus for anything larger, which I probably should get the larger block, because some of these are actually quite big. So just make sure, not that it matters too much, but do make sure you've got it the right way up, and that maybe your script is level, and give that a nice firm squidge down. Hi Patty, how are you? And Annette. Yeah, definitely better when it's on your desk, that's for sure. We'll get him out of the way. Just going to pop that under it. And I have some clear embossing powder. So we're going to pop that all the way over the top. Give that a little jiggle so it all gets stuck. It is called Elements of Text, Natalie. It won't be available until the 7th, so it's not up on the site yet, but it will be there on the 7th. So do keep an eye out for it. So that's looking pretty good. Not that you can see because it's all clear. And we'll just pop a lid back on this. And I'll grab my heat tool and we'll give this a little bit of a going over. I don't think you're really going to see this one turn. It is an online exclusive, Natalie, yes. Because if anything, it gets more dull, the clear, when it's melted. I even struggle a little bit sometimes to see this. Okay, I think we are all done. It looks like it's all done. Just let me cool that down a little bit. Get rid of that and that. And I'm going to bring in my pool party. It was really good over just before Christmas. I gifted myself a whole heap of new ink pads, but there were still some really good ones that didn't need re-inking. So because I didn't need re-inking, I've still kept the old ink pads. So I've only got a few of them now though, which is good. So let me just grab a little bit of scrap just to rub that off onto. And I'm just going to pop a little bit of this all over. Because what will happen then is because I've embossed it in clear, all the script should stay white. So that is the plan, at least. And it's funny because when I use my blending brush in this, it feels like there's not a lot of ink, but when I stamp with it, it is really juicy. So possibly being pool party, it just takes a little while to transfer onto the cardstock perhaps. Or maybe I'm just not heavy-handed enough. I don't know whether you can see yet, but I'm just going to grab a tissue and just wipe the tissue over it, just so that you can then see that the script is white. I hope you can see that. Sorry, my gosh, my computer is so far behind. Oh, there you go. That's better, you can see it, that's good. So I might just go just over the edges, just a touch. How's that? We might keep it at that. So what I also wanted to show you are the beautiful papers that come with it. I may have shown you last time as well, I cannot remember. But the papers that come with the next suite, which is, the papers I'm using are the Floral Delight papers, which are beautiful. So So there's a bit of gingham in this one because there's gingham in this, and then there are 3 vellums that go with it. And one of the vellums has got gingham on it as well. So what I've done today is I've actually done a little bit of fussy cutting. So there's a few here that would lend themselves, and that's got linen. So both of these are a linen look. I would fussy cut that one because I think that's quite lovely. And this one of the dies does actually cut out as well. So the dies are just here. So these little flowers here, that's the die that cuts this out as well. And then got quite a plain one, another floral. This one here I have fussy cut also. I don't think there are any dies that go with that one, and this one here also, and again no dies, but I have fussy cut. So like I said, nice one to fussy cut, this one. And I haven't used the vellum at all, but they're the 3 vellums that go with it as well. So this one here, the dies cut out as well. So these little flowers and the just the yellow and white ones. And then you've got the other 2 vellums. They are very gorgeous. So when you're using the vellum, if you use your glue, or green glue, sorry, Tombow glue, I put the glue on the back with this end, but then I actually do use the flat end of your glue, and I just spread it all out so it's nice and thin, and that works quite well when I do that, and then I don't see the glue at all. But the dies are actually gorgeous. These ones here, I'll show you some other cards I've made later with those ones as well. So let me show you what I have fussy cut. So I have cut things like from the edge of the paper as well, which I'm not going to waste. I'm going to use whatever bits I've got. This one here I might use on the inside of my card. The other thing I was going to do, sorry for reaching over you, is I do have my Pool Party blend. Now I am going to do a little bit of splattering on my cardstock here. So I'm just using my brush end tip of my blend, and I'm just going to flick it through the lid, or with the lid, and that's getting us just some nice little splatters on our card there. The further away you do your splattering, the finer it is. The closer you do it, the clumpier it will be. So just depending on what look you are going for when you do your splatters. So the blends are $19.25 for a set. What I'm also going to do just quickly before I put these on is just give them a little bit of a colour with some Wink of Stella, just to give them a little bit of sparkle and just a bit more interest, because it is just the papers that we're using tonight. And we might even do the same thing with the Wink of Stella, and just do a little bit of flicking on that as well. Lovely. Alrighty. Just curl that and make that a little bit straighter. Sorry, just with all the heating with the embossing, it's a little bit warped. A bit like me tonight. So I am just going to pop these around my little circle, kind of like that. That kind of thing, and this kind of thing. So I have them heading round in a bit of a semicircle. So what I'm also going to do is just give things a little bit of definition just by giving them a few little folds where the leaves are. And just rounding that a little bit. So I'm just curling those petals over a little bit. Christmas is always lovely to spend with family, isn't it? It's just nice to have that chill out time. There you go. Alrighty, so we will get some dimensionals. I'm right at the end here, which is a bit of a peel. That's okay. We can use the ones at the end. So how many of you did remember it was Monday? Because I was even making my card this afternoon and talking to my sister and went, oh, I wonder what day it is today. And then realised, oh yeah, I'm making something for Mystery Monday. That would be Monday, wouldn't it? So even though I knew what it was, it still didn't hit me. Like, how ridiculous. So put him a little bit underneath there. And we'll go this one. Oh, hi, Michelle. Yeah, like I said, it's just a funny time of the year, isn't it? That 1 week when no one really knows. Okay, so I knew there'd be something I forget. I just need a little scrap of white, which I will grab out of my little scrap folder, just to do my sentiment on. So I do have the sentiments from here is the Delightful Wishes, and there's a big one that says wishing, and then you've got wishing you were here, wishing you all the best, wishing you a happy birthday, wishing you lots of love, or wishing you well. Well, I kind of don't want the wishing on this card, so I'm just going to use the happy birthday, which is all well and good to use. You just don't ink up the whole of your stamp if you want to do that. So what I'm going to do is open up my black. Now I've actually put some memento on my craft pad here, so I've got a nice juicy black ink pad here. Oh my god, the test has been going since Christmas, obviously. No, since Boxing Day. I'm not a big cricket watcher, I must admit, but it is nice that we won. Hello Glenda, how are you? Hope you're well. Okay, so what I've done is I have just inked up the happy birthday on that, okay? And then I'm just going to stamp it on my white. And then I am going to grab the die and we'll cut that out. Okay, one thing I forgot was my cut and emboss machine. Lucky it lives just up here, so that is fine. So this is just the little mini that I'm using. And my plates, so I'm just using plate number 3. I always use plate number 3 instead of number 1. Things tend to go through a little bit easier with that one. And then my 2 Perspex plates, which are number 2s. I don't know about everyone else, but I always had problems with what Stampin' Up had told us to use. So this is what I use now. Just going to pop that on to make sure it doesn't move. So that's just some Post-it note tape. John was watching the cricket. I was out here doing some stamping. I watched some of it, I must admit, but I'm not as into it as the boys, that's for sure. Yep, absolutely. Now what I'm also going to do is, because my die is a little bit longer than my happy birthday now, I'm actually just going to pop that back in my die and make it a little bit shorter at one end. Okay, and we'll sit him down there. I might actually, you know what, let's tape it so that we don't move. I've got a funny feeling that that will move on me. If we put a bit of tape on him, and it can go back through again. That's fine, as long as I've just cut the end off. There's the end piece, and there's my happy birthday. So all looking good. Just get this out of the way. Oh, you know how I said I wasn't going to use any of the cardstock? I have got a little bit. I've just got this little piece here of gingham. So I've just cut a tiny little strip. It's only 1 centimetre. And I am just going to pop that at the bottom to put my sentiment on. Okay, so I'm going to do that. The other thing I was going to use is the gingham ribbon as well. So this is the large check gingham ribbon in, I know it's black and vanilla, but it still looked okay. I did do a bow in that. I did also try colouring it in Daffodil Delight, but it actually looked quite orange, which probably still would look okay, but I think I really like the black and white or black and ivory still better. Oh, sorry, Natalie, I thought I had. But yeah, the plate number 3 is just, it must be the tiniest bit thinner than the plate number 1. So if you are having trouble putting dies through, instead of using plate number 1, if you go over to the grey one, like I said, there can't be a lot in it. Like, I don't even think it's a millimetre, but it's obviously, yeah, look, it is the tiniest bit. Like, you can only just tell when you have them side by side. But it's enough to make a difference and to let it go through easily enough. So give that a go, Natalie, and see if that works a little bit better for you. So, like I said, I will do the bow there, and we'll put these little guys here. So let's trim this. And sorry, I've already tied my bow because you know, just sometimes it just doesn't work out right on camera. I'm usually pretty good, but you know, I just wanted it to look nice. So I cheated and I've already tied it. It is easy to, let me show you though, it is easy to tie though. It's a nice, it is a nice ribbon to work with. So let me show you. There you go, I could have done it because I've still got exactly the same kind of bow. And usually if you turn it over, the knot on the other side is a little bit fuller and nicer, which would be the same with this one. So we'll go that way with him. So what I was saying with this as well is I do my little bit of glue from that side, but see how that's quite globby? I then use my other side and just spread it out nice and thinly. So then it spreads all over and it's not just in one clumpy bit down it. So now if I bring that up to the camera, you can hardly see, like you can see the shiny of the glue, but you can't see any of the glue on it anymore. So we will pop that at the bottom, making sure that's fairly straight. And I will just pop some dimensionals behind the little sentiment here as well. And the little mini dimensionals will be good for this. So on they go. And I'm just going to pop that just on the right of the card. Then my little bow I'll actually put on top of the flowers. So let me get a glue dot for that. Might be the best. So let's open that up. We know the easiest way to get these off is just take your bow to the glue dot. So then it's behind there. And we'll pop that way. Now there are some gems also that come with this suite. So these gems are called antique pearls. So I think we might use those on it as well. But what I would like you to decide for me now is this going to be better on a white card base or a pool party card base? Do you know what? I've just had another idea too. I know it's only a little bit of black that we've got in it, but you could go a black base as well. Or we could go a black base. What do people think? Pool party, pool party? Pool party, yeah. Cool. Lovely, lovely. I'm just going to call it and say pool party. Yeah, pool party has it. Let's go. My God, unanimous. So get a little bit of glue behind this. Pop him on our card base. The other bow, just let me see, because I do actually have this as well. I'm just wondering if that black's a little bit harsh for it. Because we could go a yellow bow as well. Let me just gonna change my vote to black. You can change it to black. I probably would have gone black, but everyone knows I like a bit of black. No, do you know what? I still don't mind the black on it. Just a little bit different with the black. So our gems. I did have a take your pick tool here somewhere. Put things away and then I can't find them. Never ever follow the crowd. I know that. Okay. So gems. that kind of thing. And then one down there. Hadn't thought of that. That could actually look quite cute too. That would probably soften the gingham a little bit too. I like the gingham because I think we've used the gingham at the bottom. I think that's why I've kind of gone towards the gingham. But we could do that kind of thing, couldn't we? Let's do that. And then just stick him in the middle. Nice. Hello, Vicky. I don't know whether I saw you before, sorry. Let's have a look. I'm not even going to tie them both together. I'm just going to put one on top of the other. And we'll just trim those ends just ever so slightly. Thank you, Anita. I think that actually looks quite sweet. Just like that. How's that? Oh, and the inside. Let's do the inside as well. So grab another one, and that's where these mounts come in handy as well, because you've got something for the inside of your card as well. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Yeah, like I said, I didn't mind the black. I'll make another one, and I'll do it. I'll have it up on my page, and I'll do it in the black, because I do think the black would then just bring the sentiment and the bow in a little bit more. It is harsh, I know, but I can even make it so it's just a little bit less that we see around the outside as well. So I am just going to sit that other little flower just in the corner there. And pop him there. And then we can put him inside. I think I did pretty well. My resolution at the beginning of the year, I do recall, was to do the insides of my cards, because I never ever used to do the insides of my cards. I was shocking. I would just leave that as pool party, because I figure people can write on pool party. Whereas this year, I've not missed many. I know I haven't done them all, but I know I've been really good. Use the black as another layer. Yes, well, yes. And then still have the pool party, and just have, I could make the white just that little bit smaller as well. Yeah, you know what? I will try another one tomorrow. And before I put the photo of this one up, I'll actually put them both up so that we can compare them and see what they're like. Because I think that would look really, I think it would look pretty anyway. But that's my opinion. So that is our card for tonight. So like that background stamp is just, I think I will use that a lot. So that one is Elements of Text. I can't even remember the price. I can't even guess actually. But I will find out, and I'll put that up as well. But I know it wasn't overly expensive, this one as well. Thank you, ladies. So the other one I made that sort of had the same layout today was this one here as well. And again, I haven't used any stamps. I've just stamped the sentiment, and I've just used the dies in this one, and a fair bit of Wink of Stella. And there's another sneak peek of an online exclusive on this one too, which is this circle, which isn't really quite a circle. It's actually, and I think I've put them away now, sorry. They're a little bit misshapen. Let me find, here we go. I can show you where it was cut out from. So it's not completely round, which is quite cute. And they're all nesting, so there is a ton of them as well. If I could find them, I would tell you. But I've used it and I've put it somewhere really safe. Oh. Sorry ladies, I've just knocked everything down, but I still can't find what I'm looking for anyway. Let me just have one quick look. Here we go, I have found it. It was where I was looking. Let me straighten myself up now. Okay, so that's them there. So they are called Around It All dies. And they are $60, those ones there. Yeah, you've really got to get onto the online exclusives this time, because there are some beautiful things on there. There are some gorgeous things. I actually bought probably nearly as much from the online exclusives as I did from the new catalogue. So there's, yeah, lots on there. And that was another card that I made pre-Christmas. But this one I used the plaid embossing folder at the back. The one that I made online, I think I used the tiled one, which was quite sweet too. But like I said, that whole suite, and there are the little buzzy bees on that one too. So like I said, it is a gorgeous suite, so I would recommend it because I have really loved using it. This will actually be my class for my online class for February. So do keep that in mind. So it'll be the second Friday in February, whenever that is. But my class for January is going to be the Perpetual Beauty Calendar, which is the camera going down looks like you're fussy cutting, or just me? Oh, the circle. Yeah, do you know what? If I was fussy cutting a circle, I wouldn't even have to have a wind so that it looked like that. I think all of my circles would look like that anyway. Yeah, do you know what, Jackie? I really love the plaid one better after I made it too. I did think when I was making it that I would have preferred the other because it was more floral, but this one was heaps better. But this is what I'll be using in our class. So there won't be a fee for the class. It is just if you purchase the calendar from me using the host code, which is for the next day or so, is that. Next month I'll have a new one up. But if you use the host code, purchase the Perpetual Calendar, which is 164975. I'll pop that in the comments as well. You can just get to do the class for free anyway. So I thought that would just be a nice way to start off the year, and we can just have a nice casual get together that way as well, instead of it being too formal and too much work for me, because I will be away in Tassie. So next Monday I will not be on, because we're actually flying to Tassie on Monday. But I will pop on Tuesday ever so briefly, because that is the day that everything starts. So I'll just give you a little heads up on the Tuesday as well, so that you can see what's going on, and I can just show you inside the catalogue then as well, which will be nice. But the other thing I did want to show you, I was tidying up my desk because, you know, it's Christmas and I'm not, you know, prepping for a class or anything. I had a whole heap of scraps on my desk, so I've had all of these little bits. I don't know why I keep them, but I always keep little bits and pieces. I've had all of these. Will you do the calendar for coffee and card? I could do. I hadn't thought about that, Natalie, but yeah, I could do. And we could do a couple of months every day, every week. We'll see. I think I'll think about it. I'm just thinking that the calendar might be a little bit easy. There's not a lot. That's why I thought we could do it all in one night. So possibly not. No, is my answer now. Sorry, now that I think about it. But yeah, these were all the scraps from the lavender papers. And as I was sitting here playing, I did this kind of little patchworky thing. I put them all on some cardstock. So I just put them on some, what colour is that? Lost Lagoon glued them all together, cut them out, and then I made this card. And I've used that exact same stamp that we used on our main card tonight as the background, which I thought was quite nice on that card too. So this is what I do when I'm cleaning up my craft room. So, you know, lucky I had a bit of time. John, I'm sure he walks in and he goes, nothing's being done. And the other thing I had was a whole heap of, I was using the embossing, the textured paste and masking. And I had this black piece there, and I had these little bits lying around, and so I've used the happy birthday and put together another card as well. So like I said, this is my little bit of playing that I do when I'm supposed to be tidying up. But anyway, so there's my card from tonight. Like I said, we'll not see you on Monday next week, but I will just quickly pop on Tuesday and see how you're all going and just tell you a few things as well. So thank you very much for joining me tonight. I do much appreciate it. I hope you've all had a lovely Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone as well. I hope you all stay safe and bring in the new year with a bang as well. So thank you, and I will catch up with you when we're in Tassie. Thanks a lot. We'll see you soon. Bye.